Hi everyone, I'm Ryan. We're very excited that you could join us for our Cedarbrook virtual launch event. Cedarbrook is a master plan community by Westbow. We have a variety of housing opportunities, single family homes, row homes, duplexes and condos, as well as a business park with office space and a retail commercial village, all centered around a beautiful park. We'd like to take a moment to show you a quick video about who Westbow is and why we do what we do. We invest our efforts to positively impact lives around the world.
So Westbow as a company was founded by Dick Westrine in 1977, and really it started out as one guy with a pickup truck full of tools, and he was out to just kind of make a living. And from there, it's grown to be a multi-regional builder and developer. And in Westbow's 44-year history, we've built over 2,000 homes, and we're really, really proud of the neighborhoods and communities that we've created in the past. And we're lucky enough to be to have grown to a point where now we're able to offer this amazing master plan community to the public, which is, I think, the pinnacle of our development career so far. Our commitment is to invest 90% of our profits into either the foundation, which will go and build schools and change lives in a very tangible way, or it'll be invested back into the Westbow group of companies to create new companies and new opportunities, and then those profits in a future date will be invested into the foundation to, again, create that change.
So 1 million is a very big number, and it's intentionally a big number. I love the 1 million because it's probably in my lifetime unachievable for me, but it's a good reason to get up in the morning, to work hard every day. Crew at Westbow is young and energetic, and if they buy into this vision, then that million will be achieved, even if I'm gone. We don't want to be thinking small, we just want to be thinking bigger than we potentially can do, and we just want to encourage generosity.
We hope you enjoyed that video and learning more about Westbow. Westbow's got really deep roots in the Chilliwack community, and we know that many people are from outside of Chilliwack. We'd like to take a moment to share with you this incredible video that Tourism Chilliwack put together about what it means to live here.
The magnetic field is changing, and it's pointing east. In search of pathways less traveled, Chilliwack is that place for rejuvenation. To unplug from empty distraction and plug into elevated perspectives. Mountain high, valley low, river wide, lake deep. Four-dimensional spectrum of immersive beauty, immediately accessible with space enough for everyone. The name Chilliwack is derived from the Halkomelem word Chilliwack, which means going back upstream as far as you can go in a canoe. With learned wisdom from the Stalo Coast Salish people, we value nature with respect and harmony. Together, we understand that this natural endowment is a gift. This is where the magic begins. With Mother Nature as our only judge, we are free to be who we are. We are a river valley with many streams. Streams with the power to connect us to one another and ourselves. This is Chilliwack.
I really enjoyed that video. The next clip we've got is going to give you an in-depth look at the master plan community of Cedarbrook. Let's check it out.
We've been, as a team, working really hard on this master plan Cedarbrook community for quite a number of years now. And I'm so privileged to be able to present this opportunity to everybody in the Chilliwack community. We've designed everything around a high level of walkability. So there's trails, walkways, sidewalks, connection points all the way through. So if you live anywhere in the whole neighborhood, there's this opportunity for you to walk to get your groceries, walk your dog to the dog park. There's a 2.5 kilometer trail loop that runs you all the way around this beautiful green space, backed up onto either water or riparian area setbacks. So there's this connectivity, yet with the length and the size of the trail network, privacy and this real connection to nature, where you can walk out on a viewing platform and see the ducks landing and be able to really interact with nature in a real way, much like you would if you were in a nature park, because of kind of the pristine setting that we're setting. We're just right off of the Fraser River, which is just teeming with wildlife and is this opportunity for us city dwellers to connect with nature in a unique way. We've thought about how a person functions day to day. Go to work, come home, park my car, make dinner, get the kids to soccer practice, that whole kind of normal pace of life, as well as kind of the special opportunities of having birthday parties and things like that in the amenity space that we're envisioning being a part of the village. So starting with the location, really close to the Fraser River. We're basically surrounded on three sides by creeks and green space, great highway access. It's just a few minutes away from the leisure center where you can go swimming with your kids. There, the Coliseum where you can catch a hockey game. We took what nature gave us and ended up working with kind of these different groups of very talented people. So we basically seeked out the best in the business in every area.
Cedarbrook is a unique opportunity. I'm super excited about it because it's a beautiful location. It's for people who want to live in the valley but commute to other places like Abbotsford or Vancouver for work. It's quite convenient, but it's also going to be a complete community, so people can live, work, play right there and not have to go anywhere. And so that's the really cool part about Cedarbrook, is creating that complete community, making sure that people who live there don't feel they're part of a suburb and going somewhere else for all of the things they need. They're going to be having everything they need right at home. The trail system is going to connect the entire community, so from the Shui Road right out at the interface with the public road all the way through around the perimeter of the housing development and through the commercial area. So the trail network will be either a really natural experience where you'll be walking along the creek, or it'll become slightly more suburban as you get into the housing tract. And as you move through housing into the sort of commercial areas, it'll feel kind of urban, and there'll be a series of plazas and nodes along the trail system. So it'll be a great place to walk. You can walk for kilometers, literally, if you want to lap the community. You'll be allowed to go really on the entire perimeter of the project, and there'll hopefully be opportunities for interpretive signage to show you what you're looking at and what you should look for in terms of flora and fauna. So the experience will be really unlike anything else in Chilliwack right now. So at Cedarbrook Park, there will be some nice grading that creates a sense of enclosure in the park. So when you're on the open lawn area, you're throwing a frisbee, you won't feel like there's housing right up to the edge. There will be a sense of openness, and the housing as well will feel a sense of privacy in their own yards and on their own decks. So that's purposefully designed, but it's also a really neat play feature for kids to run up and down, fly a kite, or get involved in the hillslide. We're hoping to have a really beautiful long hillslide That'll be a real iconic feature of the play area. Kids love slides almost as much as they love swings. So if they see a slide, they're gonna go crazy and they're gonna be running up these hills. So we've created a completely accessible route to get to the top of this hill. So if you're in a chair, or if you have mobility challenges, you can be pushed up this long inclined ramp and you can get on the slide just like everybody else. So the slide will be awesome. It'll be a real feature of the play area, and then the play area itself will have elements of just balance and climbing and spinning and all of those different sort of movements that kids love. So great for impromptu games and creating your own fun. But it'll be a very large play area. I think it'll be probably, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, the best play area in Chilliwack. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be big, it's going to be different. There's going to be those elements of catalog structures, so kids won't feel like, well, what is this place? It'll be a playground, but there'll be a lot of loose elements that make it more adventurous, I guess.
My belief is that it's going to be just a gem. Imagine yourself either finishing work from home or coming home from work, and you walk up or take your bike with your big basket on to pick up some fresh vegetables. You meet some friends, so you stop and have a glass of wine or a cold beer. You might go and do some banking. You might go and visit your great aunt who's living there as well. You watch kids throwing a frisbee around, and it's just that, you know, it's all within 5 or 10 minutes of where you live. So how many other places have that quality about it? The opportunities for a variety of, there'll be a grocery store, restaurants, food, brew pub, seniors, residences, bank. There'll be rental housing, condominium housing, this great community building that will have all sorts of everything from fitness to social gatherings to meetings to so on. And that's going to be really a big heart of this community where you gather. And we've designed the community building to have these wonderful attributes and spaces inside and all the different kinds of things, as well as outdoor plaza areas. So on Saturday you can have the food bank gathering, or you can have the run for fun, or all sorts of events. And we want that to be a gathering place where you're hiding Easter eggs at Easter or whatever you might do at other times of year. We've got a great set of team. We've got a great landscape architecture firm involved. The civil engineers are really, really experienced, and we're coordinating everything together so that the services and the street lights and the boulevard trees and the sidewalks and the way you have pedestrian crossings on streets and so on are all coordinated to try to create the best possible environment you can for a new community.
That was a large part of the focus of how we've designed the entire community of Cedarbrook. About being able to walk along the trail, about being able to play with your friends at the park, about being able to walk and get groceries or have a cup of coffee or get a beer with your friends, about experiencing life. Connectivity is a huge part of the design and the master plan of Cedarbrook. It's how everything is connected. It's more connected through trails than it is through roads.
We've got two styles of homes available for pre-sale now, our lane homes and our row homes. We're going to hear from our creative team about the features of these amazing products.
I feel like with the lane homes, they are just like a home it's traditional and a little bit modern. It is they're just stately. They kind of have a strong presence about them. I feel that the laneway homes will age extremely well. I think that the home that you purchase today, that you will be just as proud and as happy to own it in as many years to come. It has really nice exterior street appeal. It's like when you walk up to your laneway home, I feel like you're just gonna feel proud that this is your home. I think the brick upon the front and the steps coming up just lends itself to a very, very pleasing, that you come home. I feel like at Cedarbrook you would feel like you found your way home.
We want to have a new and a fresh and a contemporary styling, but we also want it to be timeless. We want it to feel elegant and like a high class interior. Another thing that I'm really excited about is the coffered ceiling we have in the dining room with a shiplap on top, and then the built-in bookshelves and the contemporary fireplace. I think the combination of all of these things is just gonna look amazing.
I think any season that you're in, you're going to find that this home is the home for you. It is large enough to encompass your whole family. It's a great place to have pets. One of the features I love about the laneway home is it has this flex room. Not only is every room in that house been really inspired by function and as well space, we have this flex room that allows you to personalize it for yourself. I think if a person was to move in there and you love canning, or if you're into crafting, if you wanted to have it for your pet's room, it's a perfect place, an oasis for a cat or dog to have their own space. There was so much joy putting together the Laneway Homes kitchens, because they're not just a kitchen, right? It's the heart of your home. And when you walk into a kitchen, it's just so nice if it encompasses you fully. And that was the fun part about the Laneway Homes. The designer and the drafting had created this space that allowed you to have your cabinets kind of come around you. Within the kitchen, you get to have a wonderful fridge with a built-in coffee/baking, tea, whatever you like, bar. And the bar, by what that means when you have a bar over there, it's just that you have floating shelves and you have a nice place where you have plugins and an area that you can place all those special things that you like to do. I feel like from the time you open your door of your new Lane home, you are going to be super pleased. I feel like the homes have really been curated to have a timeless, but also a very attention to detail.
So for our Lane home, there's this really unique piece to it that is this carriage home in the back. So, we've got our garage and our parking in the back, leaving the front to look very, very clean and cute. That also gives you a mortgage helper, which, in today's kind of affordability crisis that we're seeing in real estate, having that extra rental income, as well as the flexibility to have different family members living in kind of separate but connected spaces, I think is going to be life-changing for a lot of people.
Lots of townhomes have a 3-story walkout. So you enter in beside the garage into a narrow hallway, and then you have to go up a staircase. That small foyer in that 3-story walk-up, once you get some shoes and some life in there, it just doesn't really work super well. So on these ones, we kind of flipped it around. So we made this community path walk in between the fronts of the row homes. So you really get the front view of the house without any garage. It looks really inviting, really beautiful. There's going to be a little gate and landscaping, and everyone's going to have their own private front yard. You take a couple steps in and you walk right into the main floor.
I feel with the schemes that we have in the laneway and the row homes are very thoughtfully chosen. They're not something that we just kind of pull together. The thought behind it is to create a canvas that allows you to create your own environment, that it's tastefully done, it has colors that are on trend, and we try to weave together a package that you can then move into, and you can bring in all of your own expression of how you want to have your home look.
When you're in that home, the design thought that has been put into how these units function is phenomenal. Like the livability associated with how the kitchen interacts with the living space. How do your guests feel when they're using the powder room at dinner? How do we interact with the bedroom space? So it's just this combination of beauty and function that is uniquely put together to create, I think, an exceptional living experience.
I see a variety of ages living there. I see people from every season of life. I feel like you could end up living there. You may even live there through all your seasons of life, because it's just going to be that beautiful. It's going to allow you to walk through your life. If you have pets, if you have kids, if you're a person that's retiring, you're going to be able to walk to your own village. You can go over to the community. You can get coffee. You could go to a gym. There is just endless opportunities for you to enjoy your life at Cedarbrook.
Thanks, everyone. We hope you enjoyed our virtual launch event. We're now open for sales appointments. If you were inspired by the videos you saw today, give us a call or send us an email to book an appointment. We invite you to come live at Cedarbrook.